cafe anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I think we're at episode 2225. I'm Mike Matthews and
Mike's Daily Podcast.
This is Mike's Daily Podcast. I am so happy because the show has been on daily and I have had no interruptions lately except, well, walking. Walking was a nice interruption today. We walked around a lake. Yay. And coming up later, I've got tips on making
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Walking one of your healthy habits. Yes. And the podcast picture,
Mike's,
which I'll just tell you
Daily
right now, has me walking.
Podcast.
That's right.
Yeah.
What stuff that I learned today that I learned from, I don't know, things that I observed in the world today? 550,000 New Jersey test kits are going to, New Jersey is going to get 550,000 testing kits and 750,000 swabs. Governor Phil Murphy announced a development that could be critical in reopening the state. Meanwhile, Texas is reopening. Texas is saying, enough with this staying at home where it's boring. I want to go outside and see a movie. That's boring. Actually, there's no movies to go see. Nothing's getting released. It's all on the, streaming stuff. And that is a whole other thing. That's what happens now, where if movie theaters disappear, we'll just be watching stuff in our own theaters at home. We've all known this is going to be happening at some point. There's going to be a virtual Star Wars convention that will precede the as yet uncanceled Star Wars celebration. Yes, May the 4th is coming up.
And here's today's podcast picture.
And it's the last day of April today. Goodbye, April. Don't let the door hit you on the way out on the butt. But at the same time, the stock market did incredibly well this month. It had some bad times, but it just shot up. And so what are you going to do? And we're slowly getting closer and closer to reopening in the whole country. People are getting, okay, it's about time. I'm hearing this theory a lot. Oh, the podcast picture, by the way. Basil wasn't with us today. It was sad, but he was there in spirit. We were at the Don Castro Park in Podcastro Valley. And there's a picture of me enjoying the walk with my lovely lady friend today. But, okay, so Texas had one of its worst days today, apparently. The most amount of people that died of the virus or came down with the virus, the coronavirus. Yet they're going to start reopening stuff, reopening restaurants. Here at Cafe Anyway, we've been open the whole time, illegally. But we've all stood about 8 or 9 feet away from each other. And you just can't, this is your virtual way of getting out, right? There's some, actually, it's funny, down the street, some of my neighbors, they've been drinking a lot. Oh, boy, they've been drinking a whole lot on their front porch. I think they're drinking rums and cokes. But at any rate, that's what people do in Podcastro Valley, I think. Hey, there's a virtual Star Wars convention. So I was mentioning May the 4th. Today is the last day of April. Goodbye, April. May 1 will be tomorrow. May Day. May Day, May Day. I used that sound effect last show, so I won't use it this one. Yes, so May the 4th is coming up. And Joel McHale is, what? Oh, so he's in the news. And that's funny because my lovely lady friend and I, we were questioning whatever happened to Joel Hale. He was so huge for a while with Community, and he had The Soup, and that was all big. Now I'm looking at something here. Joel Hale reveals he received serious backlash over surprising the Tiger King reunion special question. Who cares? So, yes, that's not as important as New Jersey getting a bunch of testing equipment. Is it? Does it seem there's this theory going on that the things happening in New York are just a little too extreme for the rest of the country? Some parts of the country are nothing compared to what's going on in New York. And if you think about it, and everybody throws this in, with all the people there, all the people on top of people. People are the luckiest people that people know that love people. But there's the whole thing with, the transportation system and just all sorts of ways you would think that New York would be the highest at risk for some kind of major disease to spread around. And the Governor Cuomo talking about, hey, we all got to work together. We all got to take this seriously. No one should be reopening right now. This is a threat to our entire country. We all got to stand together. What are you doing? Basically, he's saying. Fauci is warning the states against tempting a coronavirus rebound. Yes, the nation's top infectious disease expert. He, of course, way out there, and saying, basically echoing Cuomo, saying, states not to tempt a coronavirus rebound as they begin to roll back restrictions. That's the big worry. But of course, there's also the big worry, equally a worry, about the economy. If we're all broke and destitute and we can't eat and we're dying of starvation, that's a whole other disease. Will it come to that? I don't know. That's the other fear. It's all fear, folks. It's all what we're being fearful of. But we should just be happy and be so glad that we get to spend time at home and enjoy walking outside a cafe anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley today. I do need to grab my flashlight because I can't read out here. It's dark now. I waited a little too long. It looks like Adam Driver is reteaming with Jeff Nichols, the screenwriter that they're going to do a movie called for the wildlife story set during Yankee Comandante. I guess it takes place during the Cuban Revolution. Okay, maybe you can understand what I just said and interpret that. With an increased focus on practicing healthy habits, such as washing hands frequently, staying home when sick, and the whole thing with this article is so old. No, it's not. It's from earlier this month. Yes, we were already home quarantining then. A report from Harvard Medical School concluded that walking can help boost the immune system, ease joint pain, and curb cravings for high-sugar foods, which may contribute to inflammation and disease. Plus, studies have shown walking more and sitting less may help people maintain a healthier weight. And by the way, the month that we just ended, April, is Move More Month, ironically. And I have seen a lot of people out walking, keeping distant from each other, social distancing. And, what? Yikes. There's just some bad stories out of New York. We will not talk about that. You know how bad they are, but we wish them all the best. So maybe we should stay home in honor of them. So, encouraging people and communities to walk for at least 30 minutes each day and put themselves on the road to healthier lifestyle. With that in mind, here are tips for people here in California to consider to help make walking part of your daily routine year-round. Staying active at home. Even if you are spending more time at home, it's crucial to still stay active and not fall into the trap of only binging the latest TV series or movie, or watching every single episode of Community. Remember to take short walks frequently throughout the day, aiming for 6 separate mini walks of at least 300 to 500 steps. A mini walk, that sounds like around a block. To enhance cardiovascular fitness, aim for at least 1 brisk walk of at least 2,000 to 3,000 steps within 30 minutes. Set the timer, go for 30 minutes. To help build endurance, they're saying go up to 10,000 steps per day as an aggregate for the whole day. Start small, dream big. If those targets seem daunting, remember it helps to start slowly and build up over time, and don't discount walking compared to running. Thank you. Great article by Dr. John Chang and Diana Niad. That was in the Castro Valley Forum, which, I don't know, this might have been the last issue of Castro Valley Forum. I mean, by the last, I mean the last. They weren't put on people's doorsteps in Podcastro Valley this week, or I did not see any. So they have been threatening, they have been warning that they have been not making the money that they need to, and they might have to stop printing. So I don't know. I guess they're on CastroValleyForum.com possibly. Just Google them or Bing them and see what you find out. But maintaining a quick walking pace has been shown to be on par with running when it comes to lowering the risk of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes. If you are in good health and want to push yourself, think about someday planning a trip, once the pandemic's over, to explore one of our nation's top bucket list hikes, such as the Kalalau Trail in Hawaii, or the Grand Canyon Rim to Rim, or the, what's that one? The Appalachian Trail. While it might seem, and that's, especially if you're a politician, a governor, and you want to go and do that, and meanwhile you're actually seeing your mistress. Huh? That story was like 50 freaking years ago, Mike. Why bring that up? While it might seem mundane to only walk around your home or immediate neighborhood for the time being, studies show that setting and writing down long-term goals may help promote a healthier lifestyle. And finally, identify intrinsic and extrinsic motivators. In general, people are motivated by a combination of intrinsic factors, such as wanting to maintain a healthy weight, and extrinsic ones, such as financial rewards. Walking likely offers several intrinsic motivators, given research. It has shown a consistent movement may help ward off depression and prevent issues like heart disease. So walking can make you happier and healthier, obviously. Following these tips may help you achieve these daily goals during turbulent times, while encouraging seemingly small healthy habits can eventually translate to meaningful improvements. And of course, check with your doctor first to see it's okay. Real estate services deemed essential with severe restrictions. That's right, real estate agents. They are saying services providers trying to, I think what it was saying in this article, as I recall reading this, that they want to push you, if you are trying to buy a house, like who would buy a house right now, but I guess people are still doing that, to not access the residential property, which is crazy. I want to buy a house, but I can't walk on the property. That's crazy. And to do whatever possible, all aspects of a transaction should be completed through virtual interaction. Yeesh. And you can't go and see the house. All right. Well, I had another article here about how to keep parks open during this time. 5 regional parks are completely closed in the Bay Area. And, well, I can just basically mention that it's saying be good at these parks if you want to keep them open. Maintain the 6-foot distance from other people. That's what I was doing at the park today with my lovely lady friend. We were on the trail with some people. They were coming towards us the other direction, and there wasn't that much room on the trail. We had to basically get as far off the trail as we could so that they could walk by. No picnicking, that's true. I saw all the picnic tables. They had ribbons on them, not ribbons, the tape, the caution tape Stay away. Use gloves. Yeah, I hate gloves, but that's what they say. And I hate the face masks. I've got a bandana. Actually, my way of doing it is a bandana that promotes the Dusty Paws Animal Rescue, because I think they're great. And I got it for free. But, I think we should find our own clever ways to cover our faces. Thankfully, they're not saying you have to get this grade type of face mask, because those should go to the health workers, the people helping people that are sick, and protect them. But there's face masks, gloves. Can you make gloves all cool like you can with face masks? Keep dogs on a leash. Oh, and now we're hearing more and more about dogs and cats, about quarantining your pets, like keeping them from meeting other pets because possibly the coronavirus can spread that way. That seems utterly ridiculous. The cases that were found of cats with coronavirus, that was in New York, where that's pretty much the worst spot in America right now. Outside of, what was the other place? New Orleans? I don't know if that's changed or not. But yeah, now they're trying to say keep the dogs from each other. Yikes, dogs love to be with each other. This is going to not work, basically, is what that's going to not do. Oh, pack out all your trash. Yeah. You say that even when we're not having a coronavirus. Do not use single-use plastic water bottles. What's that got to do with... Yeah, okay, it spreads the coronavirus, whatever, but still... Huh? No? Oh, because the water fountains have been closed. Bring your own... Oh, I see. Just single-use plastic water bottles are ridiculous and stupid in every way. Use the toilet at home first before you visit the park, because all the toilets are locked. Or you go and find a tree. And park safely. Please do not block fire roads or obstruct park access roads. Thank you for that tip. I'm not going to read the rest of it because it's ridiculous. Look who's here. At Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley. The last place on earth. There's people here. Let's say hi. Hello, Michael Master. It's Madame Rootabega, and it's so good to be on your show. Ooh. Thank you. Are you okay? You sound like you might have the coronavirus. You don't have the coronavirus. Do you have the coronavirus? No. Okay, good. Oh, and there's a car alarm going off. Is that your car? Yes. Okay, good. See, we kind of flipped that around this show. Also, look who else is here.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And it's Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, it's the end of your show day.
Yeah, the end. Okay, next show, it'll be Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the Engineer. Thank you for listening to FF episode 2025. 2025, yeah!
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!